All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing out there? Hope everyone's doing well. It is a lovely, lovely. You know what? It's an okay Monday. Hey, Mr. D's with the freaking sub again. Tier 2 sub for 3 months. God damn. Appreciate it. Hope everyone out there is doing well. I have a couple things I want to mention off the top of the stream before we head into everything. Of course, Mr. Deers, gotta ask how you're doing, my boy. My boy. I'm gonna clean my glasses while you type that message out. It's incredible. 16 months. That's amazing. I have for. Oh, yeah. I said it last week. Don't act so surprised that we're doing 2 point. Anyway, yes, is right. We're doing 2 point hospital today. My hair is going nuts. To be fair, I just had a nap, so not too surprising. Anyway, quite a few things I want to mention in today's stream. Some of them have actually arrived after I created a little document for myself to kind of go through from top to bottom. I think I'm gonna end up just sharing my screen here because I think it's gonna be easier to do so. My look at that, look at that hair. I don't know, man. Mentally, I could probably be better, but I'm getting better. All right. I like to hear that. Things don't always have to be 100% perfect. But as long as you know they're not completely in the shit, and you know there's a feeling that it's getting better. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's definitely a rough one. I last week was terrible for me. I went ahead and I went to the gym yesterday, and normally I am like I want to go twice a week at minimum, but due to some conflict with work and there were some miscommunications, I couldn't end up going. And at this point, I'm sort of just so attached to this whole like going to work out. I simultaneously hate it, and if I don't do it, I hate it even more. Exactly. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I did like 5 things yesterday. No, 4 things. One of the machines were not available. There was a group of elderly. In fact, there was 2 elderly ladies just using the machine the entire time I was down there, and I was down there for like I want to say like an hour, maybe 4 to 5 minutes. So that's pretty incredible. But the leg the one leg machine that I used when I was down there, I am like pushing consistently higher and higher kilos. I think when I returned to the gym, this was, I want to say earlier this year, or yeah, because I had a shit Christmas, winter break thingy. So it was this year. I returned to the gym. I worked insanely hard. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I think I started at 160 kilos. At that time, my record was, I think, 170, so it was just a little bit under. I worked like a madman on that leg machine, constantly doing every time, and I got up to 170. Then I got up to 180. I think it was last month, I got up to 190 kilos. This time, purely for fun, I went to 200 kilos with like it's a leg press thing. Bro, I got my legs. They're made of steel. They can handle anything. And one of the things that makes it even crazier for me is the leg machine that I use is like it's quite a lot. It's it only has well, there's two machines down in my gym, two of the leg press machines. One of them has it's a newer one. I think it has up to 300 kilos. But the old one that's been in the gym, the longest out of the two, only has 200, meaning I maxed out the leg press at the gym, which I think is just hilarious and so much fun. Anyway, let's get into this. I'm gonna do it a little bit of different order, especially because you're here now, dears, and I kind of feel like at the top of this, I kind of want to explain some cool stuff. First of all, haven't noticed animated username. Hold on. There it is. Animated username is back. We're back with the animated username. As you know, you guys out there, I've been working like a madman. Thank you. On like on the VODs channel, looking through a whole bunch of different VODs, getting chapters in, updating the title, updating the description, creating the whole history of the Threegle playlist. It's been I'm almost done per se, and I feel like there's more work after this. But for the first kind of big chunk of work is almost done now, and I have to admit, I feel like it was kind of missing. There wasn't really anything in this screen here or the gaming screen to really show that this was the channel you're under. There was nothing really. You have the starting screen that says the username, and that's it. If you didn't watch that, too bad. That's like the one thing that's there. So I had to kind of agree with my past self. Having the animated username was great. It's part of a Nerd or Die pack called Synthwave, I believe, if you're curious. It's in the source file, specifically. This is the one that's used for this anime, this thing here. It's taken from the starting soon screen, technically, actually. Actually, not technically. It is taken from that, and I've just taken it apart a little bit. And I'm excited to announce there is a version built for October. I'm gonna give you a little tease. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Boom! We had one not too long ago. All right, look at this. Look at this. This is what you'll be seeing in start October, which is next week. So the first stream you'll see it is next week on Wednesday. From that point on, throughout October, this is what you'll see down here. I'm essentially taking the part up top here that used to say casual, for you guys who have been watching the channel for a while, and I've essentially replaced it with the event that we're doing, which throughout October is Spooktober. And I think that's really, really, really fun and really cool. And now I'm not going to show it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right here, right now, there is also stuff, there's also a starting screen for Spooktober as well. Well, actually, we'll sort of get to that. I have something in the works, an idea that I've been tinkering with. But actual gifts to family members and friends, no, I have not. But I have, speaking of Christmas, already gone ahead and made a custom version of this username for Christmas as well. I've given it an official name. So October is Spooktober, which I think I pretty much just stole from Jacksepticeye. I have gone ahead and created a custom name for Christmas. That's going to be, you gotta get to see on Christmas. So it's from December 1st, whenever that first stream is on that or after that. I don't know. And there's also going to be starting soon. What happens? What is you want one for No Nut November? What do you what do you want for November? November is just November. Wait, what event are we doing? Yeah. Just write triple N, and then whenever someone asks for it, it's like, oh no, it's not what you think. It's actually this thing. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not. I will be doing, and I already have an idea for it, for summer next year. But that's plenty of time away, so we're not in a rush. But I have some ideas already, because I've been working on this. But like I said, there's going to be also news starting soon screen. Um, so that's also going to be a thing, as well as the username. Easter, good question. I don't think so. The thing is, when it's Booktober, it's because it's, spooky month, and we do the spooky stream at the end of the month, which actually I can tell you right now, I'm not really sure when it's going to happen. It's going to happen around the 31st, whether it's the 31st or the 1st of November, one of those 2 days. It's kind of an event. With Christmas, it's because I'm going on Christmas holiday until Christmas, but Easter I'm usually not necessarily off, so it's not really a thing that I necessarily go too deep doing. So as of right now, I don't think so. There's gonna be this. I don't think there's gonna be an Easter one. Still, I think it's pretty cool. And I have some fun things to show once we go into 2 Point Hospital. But before that, I do kind of want to mention I have been toying with an idea. You mentioned Christmas first, and you mentioned gifts first. I have been toying with a new goal idea, and it's a larger one, a much larger one. Previously, we've had a channel point goal to accumulate a certain amount of channel points for the end of the month. Let's be honest, Deers have been doing all the hard work there. And don't think for a second I haven't noticed. Which is partially why I haven't really continued. It really hasn't been that much interest in doing it, and it's an extra stream that I could do regardless whether there's points there or not, if there's time. The difference is I would be very clear in saying, yes, this will happen at this time, compared to what I'm doing now, which is just saying, yes, I'll do the stream. Sure. But the bigger goal idea that I have in mind that I'm all right, calm down, dears. No need to call FBI here. The bigger goal idea I had would run from the 1st of October until the 1st of December. Or technically, it would end the 31st of November, I guess, technically, and then we'd figure out where we were standing with it on 1st of December. Something like that. And it's kind of like I want to jumpstart the channel. So what it's going to be about is it's going to be kind of like a goal towards affiliation. The thing is, I'm already a Twitch affiliate. I was already an affiliate over on DLive. But let's be entirely honest, while the following number is all big and fancy, there's basically no one watching except for you deers, and we have Matt as well, which by the way, I fully love. My point is, there aren't really that many of us here, and I recognize this. So, as a goal, starting October 1st, still have to figure out the final details. The goal would be to have this channel reach 200 followers, an average of 3 viewers, an average chatter amount of 3, and if this goal is met, I will do not multiple playthroughs of Uncharted games. I will do one exceptionally large stream in December, most likely at a time when I'm off from work, where we will start a stream and we will not finish the stream until that game is done. Currently, I'm thinking it's going to be like a Lego game, because it means we can probably 100% it, like Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Again, there's still a couple more details to figure out, but my point is I want to try and jumpstart this channel, and I'm hoping a bigger channel goal would kind of do that, and it would be teamworks. So I'll try to do it from my side, but the more you guys can do out there to potentially help get this in as well would be amazing, and let's see if we can sort of get this done. But I'll come back to you And I think October 1st, we'll have the final details and we'll start all this off. And then we'll see where this goes. But I think it's a pretty cool idea, and I'm kind of excited about it. And to be entirely honest with you, I came up with this yesterday, and I fine-tuned some details for today's stream as the day went along. So just give a little just telling you some of the brilliance of my brain is my point. All right, so that's all the stream overlay stuff, except for what I'm going to show once we're going to game mode, which will be in a minute. Before that, I want to talk about some stuff on the VOD channel, and then we have some fun news that I want to mention real quick before we head into the streams, because quite a lot have actually happened since Wednesday's stream. It's kind of incredible. Of course, a lot of it's old news at this point, because they came out last week, but yeah. What did you get to get a lot of viewers in DLive? I don't think it kind of worked like that. DLive was an entirely different platform. It was much more of a tight-knit community at that time that really like worked together. I mean, even having his name was Tidy on there, who kind of ran it, from my understanding, doing a weekly stream that would kind of blast a streamer with a whole bunch of viewers through hosting once their stream was done. But also just in general, a lot of people would come in, host a channel. The donation was entirely free, as it was basically running crypto that you couldn't get as you were just watching streams. So it's an entirely different platforms. And I don't really think you can kind of make the same comparisons to DLive and Twitch. With Twitch, back in the day, I don't really think there was much for it. I just kept streaming more and more and more and more, and I did it. That's one of the big things that's kind of a little bit of a bummer for me at this point, which is the fact that I can't just be like, yes, I will stream like 3 or 4 times a week. First of all, I have to, I have bedtimes that I am terrible at abiding by, but still I have to at least try. And I'm usually fucking tired throughout the week, and I'm kind of just want to relax with the weekend. And the thing is, normally, or in the past, I could just be like, hey, we'll just do a Friday stream every single week. We do 3 streams every week, and you'll know I'll be here these 3 days, and that's kind of the way it works. The best I can do these days is I'll be here these 2 days. That's about it. Because my Fridays are always incredibly unpredictable with the company I work at. Sometimes I end up staying and hanging out with my colleagues, and sometimes I don't. And as much as I want to say, for example, this weekend, or this Friday, let's do a stream, I'd have no idea what this Friday looks like. Maybe if it was like the middle of the month, and I hadn't heard anything by now, I could be more likely to say, yes, we'll stream Friday, but it's really the best I can kind of do, and that's also been a whole thing change. Because I don't stream as much as I used to, that's also a big part of this. You gotta stream, like, constantly, from my understanding, to, like, keep viewers engaged. But I'm hoping at least trying to push a couple more things is gonna help us get in a little bit of a better direction. I'm not gonna start posting on X because I feel like it's a fucking garbage platform at this point. I'll interact with my my fellow streamers out there, but I am not gonna spend my time promoting my streams on that shit ass platform. I am sorry, but I will not do that. That is just no. Fuck that. Anyway, before we move into the fun Twitter stuff, I quickly wanted to go through some stuff. I have heard of Blue Sky, actually, yes. I'm not a member. I think I tried to join another platform when Twitter was first bought. Hive is the one that I tried to. I have not opened that app in such a long time. Let's see here. Yep, those looking good. All right. So let's go in here for a second, because I want to talk about the VODs channel again for the billionth time, because some more work has been done. Yeah, it runs Truth Social, but I'm not even sure you can actually utilize that as anything more than a newsletter from Trump. Anyway, so I don't know if this was like Truth Social? I think it's god awful. It's somehow not on par with Twitter or X now, but so previously the history of the Treacle was 2 separate sections on the front page. This is, by the way, the Treacle's VODs channel. I've renamed it to the Library of the Treacle because I feel like it's a way more fun name, and because it's no longer just VODs, there's also videos that are occasionally being uploaded here. The primary focus is still VODs, which is why the handle hasn't changed, just the name, which makes it seems more fun and fancy. Like I said, there were 2 sections before, one promoting the complete history of the Treacle, which is what the playlist is now called. Before it was just called the History of the Treacle. And then there are also now individual streams. I think I briefly mentioned this Wednesday during our Assassin's Creed stream. But essentially, I've created a whole bunch of smaller playlists that houses different eras, or as I've dubbed them, chapters, of my streaming career, where you can watch them more individually. I think it's also more, as fun as to see how many VODs I actually have laying around, because obviously these are not all the VODs that have ever existed from these eras. I have streamed way more than 89 times, that you guys can see it on the left, because it's an ultra-wide screen, this. But yeah, so there's a chapter 1 for Unknown Pixel, there's a chapter 2 for Sir Eagle, there's a chapter 3 for King Treacle, there is a chapter 4 for Casual Treacle, and finally there is a chapter 5 for Treacle, which is where we are now. It's the current chapter in this wonderful book. Let me tell you, it was not easy to dig up these dates. So it took me just about forever to actually figure out when the different eras were, and for a lot of these, I couldn't get a precise date, but I found a date where I can at least say for certainty they had switched over here, and I can kind of see on the streams that I had available and what platforms they were streamed to, and a whole bunch of things that they would have switched over by then. And it's not like I have a list pre-written from the past that's like telling me I switched the name at this date. The only one that I can sort of go by is actually Sir Eagle, which is actually, fun enough, didn't actually start as Sir Treacle, as I've dubbed it here in this name here, as you can see up top there. Originally was actually simply Sir Eagle, and then it was Sir Eagle, dubbed as such by some of my fellow Mario Kart Weekly streamers from the past, like DJ Danny. Because the 3 wasn't actually in the past. It wasn't actually in the first E in Eagle, but in the last, meaning it became Eagle. I then moved the 3 at a later point to the first E in Eagle, making it Treacle, and that's sort of what stuck since. But that username actually came about because of a discussion I had at that time with a streamer who at that time went by Thunderfist. I cannot remember right now what he goes by. Not even sure he streams at this point. So sorry about that, Matt. Thunderfist was your name, and I appreciate your guidance in this, because this was definitely the first step towards Treacle being in the username, and it has just stuck out to such a large degree since then, obviously speaking. And it is one of the larger chapters. The shortest chapter is King Treacle. Some of you guys may not even know this one existed at all, because it lasted, I'm not kidding, less than a month. I literally have VODs already somewhere here, I want to say, around Destiny, discussing the fact that I want to change my username to Casual Treacle, which was the next chapter. So we weren't even halfway through the month where I decided to switch over to King Treacle to just be like, no, we're doing Casual Treacle from now on. Which I think is honestly kind of incredible. And Casual Treacle is the longest, or at least the one I have the most VODs from, with the Treacle playlist being a close contender. The Unknown Pixel playlist has 89 videos, Sir Eagle has 25, King Treacle has 18 VODs. Casual has the highest number. This is chapter 4, Casual Treacle, which has 172, and the fifth and current chapter, Treacle, has 105. Of course, that one is growing, and it's going to be some time still, though, before we're reaching the number of Casual Treacle. To be fair, Casual Treacle ran from, hold on, let me see this, April 7th, 2020 to July 16th, 2023. So that is a little over 3 years that I streamed under that username. So yeah, I would expect it. Now, what I've decided to do, since I originally created this playlist, is I've actually unlisted the majority of these playlists under this section here. This is the front page of the YouTube channel, VOD channel. And simply because the difference is that means that for you guys, they won't be listed in here, as I feel like the primary focus of these ones here, thanks Mr. Diaz for the 10 bits, the primary focus of these should be the games and not this fun little section. The complete history of Treacle will still be fully listed, aka public, but these parts here, especially also the side parts of how many times, like where these VODs were streamed, with some of them being on Twitch, DLive, and of course a few of them I have were streamed to Mixer. Part of this information actually is available to me through a Restream back in the day. I have bought it. We need to try it at one point. There's also, of course, still the weekly streams, Story Mode Wednesday, stream events, and games library. This one is huge now, by the way. We have Among Us, Animal Crossing, Assassin's Creed, Astrobot, Call of Duty, Cyberpunk, Destiny, Doom, Elder Scrolls, Fall Guys, Far Cry, Flash games, Forza Horizon, Grand Theft Auto, Hitman, Just Cause, Lego, Mario Kart, Minecraft, Need for Speed, Overwatch, Portal, random games. It's just a variety of games that haven't been sorted, really. Rocket League, Saints Row, Sea of Thieves, The Sims, simulator games, Marvel Spider-Man, Spore, Star Wars, Subnautica, tabletop games, Uncharted, Watch Dogs, The Witcher, Yakuza. Yeah, I think I don't own all the DLCs for 2 Point, but I own quite a few of them at this point. But yeah, there's a ton of different games you can watch in there. It's a ton of fun for you guys who want to go through which there. And these older VODs shouldn't be popping up here anytime again soon. There is a chance that some of the VODs in here are going to start changing order again. And this is simply due to the fact that I'm going to be working around probably publishing some of these again. But still, pretty cool, all this. And the majority of these streams have now gone ahead and been updated, with a few of them still being left unupdated. I think all these videos have now been updated, so any one of the ones you'll find under the videos tab will have been updated with a newer title, if needed, a game that was being played, and a part if necessary, and then a actual release date. And let me also just mention, let's see if I can find one. The Mario Kart streams have legit the longest titles of any one of these streams. So let me see if I can find Mario Kart under here. These titles are gonna blow your mind. All right. Rainbow Road from Hell with Carpenter Prime, DJ Danny, Kanto 141, yeah. And then another one down here, A Bumpy Ride, with Condor Prime, DJ Danny 88, Kanto 141, Frozen Box, Brock UK. I think one of them I ended up called just Racing because the title with all of the people's username were so long, I literally couldn't fit anything else in there but the word Racing. This one's one of my favorites though. Bricked and Racing. This was because I played Lego Star Wars, as mentioned here, and Mario Kart Weekly. And if you know what brick means, it doesn't necessarily have to do anything with Lego, which is why it's hilarious. Some of the titles on the channel you may have found has been updated into something that's a little bit inappropriate. Hey, on-screen celebrate. I can't see them like that, like here. I can't see them in my OBS. I have to go into Twitch dashboard to watch them. But yeah, some of these titles are really, really fun because I had to update some of them because some of them were literally like, I'm back. The return of Casual Eagle, or we're back at it again this Monday. It's like, what does that say about the video? So yeah, there was definitely some more stuff to do here. But some of these are really fun, and I think Bricked was one of my favorite titles that I got to manage to put in there. I wanted so badly to have at least one stream with Lego where I mentioned Bricked. That was my goal, and I nailed that goal. All right. I need to very quickly run through the things that I've saved from Twitter because we need to get into 2 Point Hospitals ASAP. 2 hours ago, PlayStation announced their state of play. It's going to be happening for us here in Denmark at midnight, I believe. Yeah, it's happening in Britain at 11 p.m. So that is 12 p.m. our time, aka midnight. It's happening on Thursday, so technically first day for us in Denmark. Yeah, depending on how you look at it. We'll have to get back to that one later on, as well as that one. I actually have a thing for that. But there's horrible news as well, by the way. Skyrim Grandma has officially decided to step down. It is incredibly sad news from all of us. Yes, IGN has reported that officially Skyrim Grandma is retiring from gaming videos. That's an F. That's an F. We press F in the keyboard, guys. We feel this one. We hope the best. I actually don't know. I think she maybe just is tired. I don't know. It could be a million different things. I actually haven't read up on that. I just wanted to mention she was retiring. Let's see. Where fans and things from Kerr said she won't be making it simply because she no longer enjoys it, but isn't quitting YouTube altogether. She will continue posting vlogs once in a while and may occasionally do readings of books in the Skyrim or even her own stories. So it sounds like she's just kind of stopping because she isn't really interested in doing it anymore, which is fair. It's fair. Let's see here. So we're getting a Storage Wars game. Pretty fun. Storage Hunter Simulator, as it's going to be dubbed. I'm going to call it Storage War Simulator because I watched the wonderful American TV show, which gave us the wonderful quote of, "What's your profanity?" I can't do the voice or anything like that, but that's from that show. It's a really fun show if you're just kind of want to kick back and want to watch something incredibly stupid. And we're getting a simulator now, which is really fun. Moving on, we got posters, official posters for the Yakuza show. As someone who has been playing the video games, I am cautious about this. The games that I've gotten to witness have been so amazing and unique, and I just truly love them. which is why we're doing them after Assassin's Creed and GTA, or potentially in between GTA. So I'm a little worried about the show. You're spoiling the news, dears. You're spoiling the news. All right, I guess we have to go to that next. Yes, as Mr. Deers correctly pointed out, the next game from the Yakuza and Like a Dragon series company is gonna be Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which is gonna feature Majima. It is such a stupid, silly idea. I heard potentially that this game was leaked, and it was just so ridiculous that people didn't believe in the leak, which I think is honestly the best thing ever. But yeah, Majima is now going to be a pirate, which I think is hilarious, and I love that. And we are definitely playing this on stream once it comes out. It comes out, by the way, February 28th, 2025. You guys who are curious. On top of this, a collector's edition have also been released. Well, not actually released per se, but is actually, we can see what's in here. There's going to be a 6 feet tall acrylic figure. That can't be right. 6 feet tall. 6 inches has to be more like it. Well, there's going to be acrylic standee. That's going to be probably not super tall. I won't get it. I get a ton of shit off Bills in the Feb. Yeah, I can imagine. You also get Majima's eye patch. This isn't actually pirate related. It's just kind of Majima's thing. I think it's fun. There's a pirate flag. You get the base game, of course. A treasure coin. I love that. There you also get the digital content, which includes legendary pirate crew, including Kiru, which is fun. We love that. There's a bunch of legendary outfits, ship customization, and extra karaoke and CDs. This might, honestly, just because I've fallen in love with the franchise, might be the first collector's edition that I buy in such a long time. And partially it's the flag and the eye patch. I think it would be hilarious to do it together as a thing on stream. So I think that's really, really fun. Let's see, what else was there? Right. A Chinese zoo has officially announced that their dogs were actually their pandas were actually dogs. They were just painted. Ah, that would be fun. Yeah, yeah. This is a fun little news story for you guys. The Jesus, zoom in sucks here. Get lazy eye in one eye. So yeah, this is a pretty fun little story. Thought I'd share. Apparently, this was more meant as like a joke thingy, but still, it's pretty fun. Netflix has come out and pretty much just announced that there will be some more content from the Cyberpunk world along with them. So if you enjoyed, what was it? The Cyberpunk series, the animated one, the Edge Runner. If you enjoyed that, you can look forward to even more content, which I think is awesome. I haven't gotten around to watching Edge Runner. I know I'm supposed to, but I really haven't, so sorry about that. I have 2 small ones before we get to the last big one, and then we'll sort of get into it. Are they doing Witcher 2? I think so, yeah. I don't know. Also, it finally happened. Nintendo is slash Pokemon Company is suing Pocket Pair, which is the company behind Pal World. They originally said they couldn't find anything. Apparently, they have since felt that they have infringed on patents. So they're suing the hell out of that company, which I think is really interesting, really fun. That's awesome. And as well as the final smaller thing, there was a discussion during Wednesday stream about the fact that Deers came across a video with a woman from Japan who seemingly broke into tears watching Yasuke. There's no nice way of saying demolishing Japanese samurai men. I actually watched the entire video, or at least the majority of it, and I got the point she was making. But you obviously weren't in the chat with me and Deers, but the essentials from what I remember was the fact that she felt that Yasuke was incorrectly portrayed. And she looked at, and she felt as well that a lot of Japanese people looked at him as a kind of like a bigger figure. I don't know a good way of describing it. Not necessarily a hero, but maybe someone to look up to a little bit. I don't know. A higher up kind of figure. That's kind of the best I can describe it. And then watching Yasuke kind of smash people left and right, a good mole model, like, I guess. I don't really know. Was kind of destroying and tarnishing his image for what he really is. And she felt that they were doing him a disjustice by displaying him as an oni, or a demon, or a troll. And not a samurai, but instead something more like a mass murderer or something. Like, she brought up a different title that kind of was like someone who just went around killing. There's a bigger story apparently with all this. Apparently, it does seem like the Japanese are not entirely happy with Ubisoft's portrayal of Japan, not necessarily just Yasuke, or even Yasuke, as it seems like Ubisoft is trying to make it seem like that the Japanese actually love their portrayal of Japan and their characters. When it has come out that that's just inaccurate story and it's not really true. Which is kind of amazing. I didn't think they would get to that point. And I think that's kind of giving a different layer to all this. Anyway, the last story that I have for you guys before we head into 2 Point Hospital, and I promise this is actually the last thing that we'll get a touch on, is the fact that Sony announced last week, on September 19th, so that was the end of the last week, I think, their 30-year anniversary PlayStation 5. And I'm sorry to say this, it kind of makes me want to buy the PlayStation 5 Pro. I've watched the announcement stream for PlayStation 5 Pro. Yo, hydrate. I don't have water here, so. Thank you. But they announced this, and I think it's really cool. And it's stupidly enough made me actually it makes me want to buy PlayStation 5 Pro, despite the fact that the price is going to be ridiculous. And they've already said the units they're actually going to make is in incredibly short numbers. I think they said 12,500 or something like that was going to be the actual number. And odds are the price is going to be somewhere around $1,000, I believe. Which is mad and insane. But I didn't want to actually buy the PlayStation 5 Pro before this, and now I kind of want to buy it because of this cool look. I don't know if there's a limit. Well, no matter what, I think from what I'm understanding, there is going to be a limited amount of units for the Slim as well as the controllers and the Portal. But they're not going to. I don't believe it's going to be in as limited supply as the PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm gonna be entirely honest, as much as I want to buy it, it's not like I have the $1,000 laying around to purchase this. And to be on top of this, I think I'd rather spend that money towards upgrading my graphic cards when eventually a 50 series cards comes out. So at best, if I'm buying one of these consoles, it's the Slim. This one here, most likely. You can see the console boxes. We'll get to them in a second. But I think this is really cool. And despite how stupid it is, it makes me want to buy PlayStation 5 again, simply to have one of these. The big thing, and that's the next layer of it, there is no guarantee this is coming to Denmark. There is no guarantee. They have said that it will be launched, and I think they did start launching at least some of these stuff. The controllers and the Portal, I believe, launched or went up for sale Sunday, or was Saturday, maybe. It was perhaps Saturday. But through PlayStation Store. They have said that some of the stuff is also going to be available through select retailers, but they haven't said which, and they haven't said when. And at least from what I've seen, there aren't any Danish stores right now that are willing to sell this, and you can't go through the PlayStation Store, at least directly sell them to Denmark. Maybe you can have it sent through the US, I don't know. The shipping would be insane. So there's that whole thing. I'm hoping at the very least to get my hands on a controller. If I can get my hands on a Portal or Slim, that would be cool too. But at the very least, just a controller, I think, would make me happy, even if it's the Pro one. But I do like the standard controller more. The packaging they've done is actually really, really, really cool as well. The PlayStation 5 Pro, I don't know whether this is temporary or if it's actually the final one. That I don't know. But the PlayStation Slim or Digital Edition here looks really, really cool in my opinion, and I love the looks of it. As well as the controller boxes and Portal ones. It's similar to what you'll see with like the classic PlayStation 1. And in incredible news on top of this, you can already pay 10 grand for someone to attempt. You're not even paying for them to buy the console for you. They're gonna attempt to buy this PlayStation 5 Pro limited edition 30th anniversary. That's it. They're gonna attempt it for you. You can pay 10 grand for that, which is just insanity. And if you're curious, Kotaku has an article up already about some what the prices are probably gonna look like. So that's up there if you're curious. I think it's actually really cool. Anyway, that is, I believe, all I had. Let me check if I had anything else. Nope, TV, show, poster, collector's edition, Next Yakuza game, Chinese suit, more Cyberpunk, cool box, PlayStation 30th anniversary, Ubisoft, and Nintendo. Cool. Then I only have a final thing to show, but but said next thing will be done once we get into the game. All right. Let me launch 2 Point Hospital. The doctor is in. I've kind of been at least a little bit excited for this, because not too long ago, I actually came up with a pretty decent way of playing this game that got me through all the levels at 3 stars. To be fair, getting 3 stars is really more about time than it is about necessarily being really good at the game. It's about having patience and really, doing things semi-correctly, and then you'll get eventually 3 stars. Partially, it's about making enough money, therefore you have to make sure you keep making a profit, which is the biggest thing there really is. Let me see here. I want to make sure, of course it's full screen, of course. Okay, shut all that down, and then we'll go into 2 Point Hospital. Twitch update that drop down? Drop down looks weird. Okay. So we have the game in here. Studio game. No, that's not it. There it is. How's that looking? Nice. All right, cool. Gaming zone. All right. As my final thing, the Threegle Doctor, who's also as the plumber and nurse, of course, you can basically call me Johnny Sins. Don't look that up, please. For your own sake, don't look up what I just said. No. All right. That's a fun little thing. So before, all my camera views here were done by simply pressing like one button and then another button right after that. Now it's one button. Let's see if this works first try. It did. We're down here. One button press, ladies and gentlemen. One button press, and we're over here. And we're up here again. That's incredible. That's incredible right there. I don't know how I'd do it. But there's another one. Because we're not done yet. You guys are not going to be ready for this one. See, now I'm down in the bottom corner. I'm slightly bigger. But what could the reason be? What could the reason possibly be? Well, I'm excited to show you. All I have to do is I have to make sure that light stays on. And then I have to set this light to concentrate. This is Hue lights. And then there's a final surprise for you guys. Are you ready? Because I don't think you're ready, honestly, quite frankly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the game now. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The green screen is back up and running. And better than ever. Actually, hold on. I feel like my green screen's a little too small. Can we make me slightly bigger? Yeah. We're back. The green screen is back. It's not perfect, but it's as close to perfect that I'm willing to accept it. That's one thing I've come to kind of had to accept that green screens I personally cannot perfect. It's not my thing to perfect. And I'm fine with that. I am absolutely fine with that. But I've at least found a way now to do it simply and easily enough that I feel like we can definitely do it on streams more often if that's what we want to do. Just go Agent 47 and it'll be fine. Oh, yeah. And here's the incredible thing. We don't want it anymore. We're back here. The green screen has been turned off all of a sudden. That's incredible right there. And ladies and gentlemen, we're right back with the green screen. One button press. I gotta be honest, I feel like it's a little too big now. There it is. That's the sweet spot. I feel it. Alright. Let me just make 100% certain that you guys can actually hear the game before we get too much further. Otherwise, this is gonna be not so much fun. There it is. But yeah, the green screen's back. I am able to do it. Not cheap, but I bought it ages ago and it's like half broken at this point. But let me get you a price there, bud. I got you. Elgato green screen. So there's two ones. This is the one that kind of rolls up. They have another one that rolls down. Merlin has it for 1,300, and ProShop have it for a little over 1,300. So 1,300, 1,338. But I bought it ages ago. So it should be all good. All right. Save slots.
At 2 Point Hospital, over 52% of our patients believe they leave healthier than when they arrived.
Really?
Precisely calibrated equipment is operated by compassion.
Precisely? I mean, I'm going to be the administrator. Of course, it's precise. It's as precise as it's going to get. In fact, we have people coming out there every 5 months. What? That's not fast. That's not fast enough? I mean, every 5 weeks. That's still not fast enough.
safer future.
What?
And hardly
All right.
anything.
Every 5 minutes they come by and check it. Is what I'm. That's what I'm saying. I'm not being told anything.
We're open for new staff, new patients.
Yeah.
and
Can they do necromancy?
I'm teeing off at 3.
I mean, there's Ghost. Does that work for you? Is that close enough in your book? Nah, I don't think so. All right. So play the. There it is. All right, it finally worked for me. Continue. You can't see it. Hold on, let me show you here. This is my Steam profile image right now. It's amazing. Oh, I love it. Oh, they've clearly have not seen. Yeah, maybe not. All right. So for the first bit here, it's just going to tell me the foundations of playing this game for the millionth time. So I got to move around the camera. Easy. Easy. Done this a million times. Easy peasy. Clicking the items in the reception. Yes. For the first time, it doesn't really matter too much where the reception is because we just got to get some people through the door. Still, I would prefer if it's somewhere like that. It's a little far away, but I think it's fine. We want some nurses. Now, here's the tricky bit. There's an episode of a woman who used dark magic to trap a reaper and use it to make people healthy and kill others. Incredible. Here's the thing. So, at this time, we cannot train nurses. So, the abilities they have now is the abilities they're going to have at this hospital until the end of time. That's how it works here. So, having her could be really good because she has good customer service, she makes me happy, but she's also very expensive. And that's another part of this. As the longer they're here, the more expensive they're going to get, but here's the difference. Amelia here is going to keep getting raises, and she's half the price of Cassandra, but she only has one of the 3 traits that Cassandra has. But Amelia's going to continue having these, and I'm still going to pay even a 1,12,000. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's just get the good one. At least get one good one in the door. All right. Then we got to build a general practitioner's office. Now, a golden rule with these games, it's a very simple one. Give these doctors a larger office. They freaking love that stuff. Truly. Trust me on that. They love a larger office. Okay. So you want to make sure they have a plant. They love plants. But it's got to be a good ratio. But you can't overplant these people's offices. But you can't underplant them either. You want to make sure that they have a fire extinguisher and a bin as well. This is purely because they need to throw out stuff, and if there's fire in the office, they need to be able to turn off that fire. We're also going to give them the rug, specifically a sonic rug. Now, don't think too much into that. That is literally just because it's the one rug that I have available right off the bat. We also need a filing cabinet. Now, at this time, we don't have anything else really available at this time, which obviously sucks. But we'll get some more stuff as we go along. Essentially, we can get some air conditioner. Yeah, I know. It's coming next year, I believe. Looks pretty fun. Slithery Hamber. You wouldn't happen to have any schnicks in there. What? It's a space rug. Is that like a Starfield one? You guys can't see it on your screen. It's fine. There's a star on it that kind of looks like the space station from Starfield. Flying ducks. That's interesting. Peacock chair. I'm just unlocking all the free stuff here. That's what I'm doing. Well, anything that doesn't cost kudos points. All right. So now we have a doctor. These two doctors are terrible. I might as well pick... Employee references is nasty and never returns favors. Charlie is a tiny bit better. It's positive, high energy, hygienic. It says Bluetooth when they mean Wi-Fi. That is disgraceful. You stay in your office and you stay there. Now, the technique that I've developed is not going to come into effect just yet because we only have this one doctor's office.
But first, here are some people playing musical instruments.
So we want to get that up and running. We also want to make sure that there is some food and drinks available for the lovely ladies and gentlemen that are coming in. So we want to make sure that that is up and running. Get some snacks going. You know what? I'll also have a bin. Move everything just a tiny inch over, would you please? Thank you. And then a leaf stand would also be nice. Do we have that? We do. Perfect. All right. First thing in. Get patient to wait. We need a pharmacy now. Pharmacies are fairly simple to work with, and I'll need nothing more than 4 seconds here to build one out. Yes, give him a longer one. It's always... I find that Ford 4X or like Ford one way or another, they like that. They like that. That's a good office side. Now, generally speaking, my basics are the trash can and some plants. And later on, we also have some air conditioning, but we don't have that available just yet. Now we need some nurses. All right. Okay. So in this case, we definitely need one with one of these treatment. I think this one's going to be the best one. It might also have been the most expensive one. You see, these icons actually matter. Let me pause the game here so we can get a little clearer view of what I've just did, so you understand my genius, my beautiful brain. So we have a doctor, a nurse, and a assistant. Now, my doctor has no skills at all. He's completely insane, and he's currently a student doctor, as indicated by the fact he only has. You can see it a little bit in your guys' screen. This little part over here on the left here, meaning he's earning a 2nd star currently. He's currently a student doctor, but he's working up his rank to the next position. Don't know what that means in this case. Doesn't really matter. The nurse that we just hired has 2 qualifications, as you can see under Deer's chat messages. He has a diagnosis skills and a treatment skills. Now, in this case, diagnosis isn't really a super important thing. You see, usually when they come to this office here, the pharmacy, they should have a pretty clear idea of what is the issue here for the patient, and the reason why it's important. Why they need to know what the issue is at this point is because they're trying to give them pills. Now, the diagnosis is great for anything where you're trying to figure out what their issue is. All right, no problem. But treatment is a good thing you want, especially for pharmacy, because you're typically trying to cure something and not trying to diagnose something. So the fact that he has a little bit of both isn't super amazing. We want to focus on treatment, but it is what it is right now. So, all right, back to the game. Like I said, I want to explain this thing as we go along with all this.
I've started exploring past lives. I've tried hypnotizing myself with pendulums and pocket watches, but I find listening to my own voice works best. I say
All right.
one thing,
Let's see.
another thing, and I say one thing, and then
What do you got here?
it's possible.
Are you going to make... Yes! Our first patient has been cured. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. First patient cured, ladies and gentlemen. That is amazing. Diagnosis 100%, happiness 14%. Now, this is another little thing you may not know about this game, because it's a little more of a hidden thing. Trying to figure out where it is. Shut up, game. So, see if I can figure out where this is. Nope. I can't remember where it is. That's a bit of an issue. No, this isn't it either. Higher items. Alright, I guess I don't know where it is currently. There's a tab that allows you to tell the game to how sure they have to be of the diagnosis before they're allowed to send someone in to be cured, essentially. Alright, so the janitors available have either a maintenance or mechanic skills or a maintenance and a motivation skills. The mechanical option upgrade, we definitely want that. We definitely need one that can upgrade machines. Actually, I don't know how applicable it's going to be here in this level. I don't know if we get the opportunity to upgrade machines in this level. There is, by the way, a max level of machines, but I believe so you can naturally gain the ability to upgrade certain machines twice. Only certain machines. Maybe it's all of them, I don't know. There are some machines that I know for a fact that you need to, like, you have to research to upgrade. But it is much, much later. Alright, we have a good flow. We have a good flow right now. Alright. Time to build a little break room here. Alright. The idea with the break room is essentially giving the opportunity to some of these lovely people that are now working in our offices for them to get a little time to relax. That is what we want for these lovely people. So we want to make sure. Actually, I know this one isn't really that useful, in my opinion. Just get rid of it. Want to make sure that they're very happy and they got their drinks. We want to make sure they have some lockers available for them. It's a very good thing to have.
Looks like the healthcare branch of the Holistics company.
Perfect. Exactly what I want. Make sure there's also some bins for all their trash they're going to collect, as well as a fire extinguisher. We also want to make sure they have a little bit of fun things to do in between their shifts. For this, I'm going to give them an arcade machine. Would you please talk silently? So that should be good. Let's give them a jukebox as well. That should be pretty awesome. We'll give them a Sonic statue to look at it when they come in. That's epic right there. We love that. And give them some Sonic rocks as well. They're going to love that Sonic rock. Good news. We've cured 5 patients. Each cure boosts our reputation, which will attract even more patients to the hospital. Which is also where we're starting to need to look into potentially getting another general practitioner's office. I think right now we're fine. I'm saying with definite uncertainty. How long is this? Yeah. Perfect. All right, let's build a small bathroom to start off with. We only just started. Let's calm down here. Yes. Actually, you don't need 2 of them. Just keep the one and then put a plant there instead. It's perfect. A water closet. Hey yo. No, don't buy that. I thought it was free. We need to save our kudos for air conditioning. Charity dog. That's pretty good. Is there anything else free right now? I think so. Oh, never mind. There was a gum dispenser. I don't know why you would want such a nasty thing in the bathroom. Oh yeah, there's a dimensional door that I haven't figured out what the fuck does, if anything at all. Alright. A new illness discovered. Oh my. Alright, so yeah, our guy here is just kind of walking around. We have a profit of 11 grand right now. That's pretty good. Especially since we just started and we're just kind of just hammering money left and right. Right, general practitioner's office is essentially just about finding out some more info about our patients. There it is. Weigh machine. That's a good thing to have in there. You want to make sure that body is good, old, and healthy. Give it a bin in there. Give it a trash can. Give it a plant. Can we give it a carpet? Oh, we don't have the carpet available for this one. I don't know how fun that would be, actually. I believe it's... Is it a nurse? Ah, shit. Now there's one with pharmacy skills. Nurse is required. Gotcha. Alright. This one's really good, but it's also really expensive. Luna. But they have diagnosis too. That is perfect for the... I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to hire them. They got diagnosis skills that we need. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm a moron. Oh, no. I could have hired the other guy instead and switched out from the pharmacy. Oh, my God. I'm a moron. All right. We just wasted a bunch of money. I'm an idiot. All right. So now we actually have 2 nurses. So this is where the next part comes into play. So you can go ahead and tell which doctors and nurses are allowed to go where. Now, currently we only have 1 doctor, we only have 1 assistant, we only have 1 janitor, so there's not really much reason to tell them to not do anything, because they're the only one who can do it. However, my hair is coming down now. Get it back up. However, we do have 2 nurses. Now, in this instance, I will say, so... Oh... Interesting. I wasn't aware of this. All right. So both nurses are technically allowed to do pharmacy, but only Luna is allowed to do general diagnosis. But the idea is essentially you make sure that your nurses are focusing on the things you want, but also leave room for the possibility, especially because the nurses and doctors and everyone kind of needs to take breaks throughout this. They need to make sure that they're given the opportunity to actually help each other out, so they're not just doing nothing at all times. I'm gonna go ahead and put a bench down right here. That's no good. Put a bench down there. And then put a bench there and there. It's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, we are starting to build up a little bit of a queue, it looks like. Alright, I think it's time to build a second general practitioner's office. What I like to do is pretty much just duplicate them. Get the other one as close to the first one, essentially. So get that one there. Get that one there. Get this one over there. For all patients without money, you are now discharged. Where's my Sonic? There he is. I think that's it. Okay, and then hire a doctor. Yes. Oh, this one's expensive though. The quality we're gonna get from him, I feel like this is gonna really help us out. So now we have 2 doctors as well, but to be fair, the doctors are all working together in the same project, so it doesn't really matter too much actually right now. There's no reason to stop the other one from doing something. Just leave him be. I have her hire 2 very expensive people right now, but we're also in a bit of an interesting phase here because we're not able in this level to train medical staff or even janitors at this time, which essentially means they're stuck with whatever skills they have, and that's kind of also where the situation comes in. We're kind of forced to say, okay, do we want to spend more so that we can get some extra out of this, or do we not want to do that? Damn it, I made it too big. I was trying to figure out, and it didn't tell me, and then the pop-up came up, and it was a whole thing. Yeah, I like that better actually. Yep, put it like that.
We're missing a doctor. White coat, average height, answers to doctor.
Answers to doctor. Nope. Give me a second. I will finish up this room. The big thing you kind of need for this kind of room here are beds.
You're listening to Harrison Wolf on 2-Point Radio.
2-Point Radio.
Parfait recently. I was impressed by how experimental the
Okay, we're gonna start out with having this room with only 4.
Just looking at the tent wall.
Nah, that's shit right there. Yeah, put that there. That's good. Fire extinguisher back there. We don't want people messing with it. That'd be very bad. Yeah, sure. Let's put a jukebox. Ah, shit. We don't have the space for it. What about no? Can't have any nice thing. Alright, I don't think there's anything else. We need to hire a nurse for this room. None of them really have the skills we need. And I can't remember. I believe we are interested in what can we use for diagnosis, treatment. Okay. Well then, in that case, we might not be as screwed with the other nurse we have laying around. Why don't we go ahead and hire this one. This one here. And then staff. Okay. I do not believe currently we are kind of good at that part. You know what? Yeah, just you focus on pharmacy. The others can help out if necessary. Did that one say witchcraft? For the diagnosis. I thought one of them said witchcraft or something. Might be insane there. That's fine. Interesting. It's 9. Okay, let's make this one 5 then. Put that door there. Perfect. Put a trash can there. Fire extinguisher there. Plant up there. Call it a day. I believe a doctor is required for this one. Nice. What is the next one? Ooh. Class clown wants more money. Their dog has no nose. What? Terribly dull. Forgets name. Funny. Never been to space. You're hired. Say no more. Alright, let me look at the doctors we have now. You missed this. This is kind of my piece of resistance. Yeah, you kind of need to be able to go everywhere, don't you? I think they all need to. Okay, there's no need to lock him down just yet. Okay. Sorry, you're gonna have to... you know what? Fuck it, I haven't built a room there just yet. Go sit down. You're welcome. I built a bed just for you, sir. Just for you. Alright, let's go. It's gonna come say in a minute, like, you have too many doctors and nurses walking around. And I say, fuck you to that. This is my hospital. I will run it the way that I wish. I will run the hospital into the ground if I feel like it. Do not pest me. This is not the first hospital that I've ruined, so watch out. Alright, I think we're doing pretty good so far, though. We've cured 2 out of 3 patients with lightheadedness. Not tough to spot. If you see someone coming with a light bulb for a head, then that's one of them. I do want to put out an arcade machine for some more lovely people who are coming to our hospital. Just kind of put them willy-nilly. I don't see a reason for going too in-depth just yet. Yeah, pull that one there. Fuck it, put a mammoth stand in the middle of everything. Ooh, we still have a really good profit. Okay. Put the bin there. And leaf stand there. That's good. That's really good. Put another machine there. There. Can we put... Yes. Perfect. And I want a trash can there. Alright, that's good. That's good. See, the machines, they'll bring in some money for us. That's what we want. We don't have too many doctors. Ugh. I told you would say it. I told you. I run the hospital that I want, the way that I want it to. The end. Shut up, guy. This is my hospital, and I will tell you how we're gonna run it. I love that there's Sega machines. There's Dreamcatcher in there now. There's a big old mammoth, and then there's Outrun over here. I love that. Can you actually? Oh, you can see it on there. That's awesome. I love that. There's those little weird bears in there you can try and catch. Bro, we're gonna be rich. Hey, finally, we got a third patient. Doctor, I can tell you right here, right now. You shouldn't be that difficult for you to diagnose him. Oh! 20 bits. It's the D's. Alright. We have a doctor coming in to help a lightheaded patient. Oh! Secretary was, stomach is a little off today, apparently. Profit 8,000. Not amazing. We've spent 13,000 different things. Don't worry, our secretary will be back with you in a moment. Or not. Could you... Secretary? Could you help out the man at the front desk? Please? Miss Secretary. We have a person by the front desk. Madam, please. We have a patient. The doctor's not scared of apples or not pears.
Find a hobby. If you have any,
Why do you say that?
please send them in. I'll keep you posted on how my search
3 days.
Anything's better than
Come on, 2 days.
collecting traffic cones.
1 day. Please get back there now. I beg of you. Oh, thank God. You saying that I'm a pear? I'm pear-shaped? That's rude, man. That's rude. That's very rude of you. Yeah, I guess that's a light bulb is kind of like a pear upside down. Oh, bro, we're gonna make up so much money off this sucker. He's not even gonna know what hit him. $8. Yeah, see, this is why we have 3 doctors. It means we have 2 people. They can sit with general practitioner's office. They can help each other out. It's an inside joke for the Danes. I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Ooh, hello. Ah, shit. I thought we were about to see a butt. It's curious. Look at this. Look at this. We're going to see butt right here. I know it. I know it. Come on. Oh, shit. Fell for it again. Imagine if the actual hospital administrator was like, yeah, fuck. He just put it on immediately. God. Oh, boy. By the way, I have said not too long ago that I have not told my colleagues the fact that I stream. I can no longer say that. Do you not? Oh, shit. Oh my god. I get what you mean now. I do. I'm just a moron. I am just a complete moron. Yeah, so I have a colleague. I'm not gonna mention his name. Who has in the past kind of been badgering me in insisting that I stream. He's obviously correct. But because I prefer to keep my work life and my personal life for the most part kind of it truly is kind of separate, I felt that I didn't really have an interest in saying this to my colleagues. However, this person is now stopping and has officially quit and is going to be leaving at the end of the month. So I figured I should kind of tell him that he was right all along, really.
We're close to award season.
All right, let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna please open. Oh, Doctor of the Year, Nurse of the Year, no death, most prestigious hospital. But yeah, I figured I kind of want to tell him. And then last week on Friday, I think it was, I wasn't really sure, should I say it, shouldn't I say it, but this guy isn't really in the office too much anymore, unsurprisingly. And I was like, I feel like it's kind of now or never. Because also we're a bit fewer people at that point, and I felt more okay about it. So yeah, now three of my colleagues know that I stream outside of work here. And I've asked them to keep it with them, as I'm still not necessarily too interested in doing it, and this was purely as a fun little thing between me and him, and two other of my colleagues just happened to be there, really. So yeah, I can officially say now some of my colleagues know that I stream outside work, which we'll see what the outcome is. They seemed really nice about it, and were fully understanding that I didn't really necessarily had a big interest in kind of how you put it, like mixing those two worlds, really, which I love. I really appreciate that. That's how they felt. So that's nice. Very nice. I feel like the hospital is running fairly great. There isn't really too much to do at this time. There's some queues. Ah, shit. Yes, get it. Please, for the love of God, we need a ghost hunter. Alright. The first death has occurred in the hospital, ladies and gentlemen. But we made some good money this time around. Yeah, there you go. Get him. Do not let that ghost wander this hospital for too long. There's a reason I had to hire him immediately. You can, later on, like I mentioned, you can train doctors, nurses, but you can actually also train janitors. And you can train them in the ability of, like, being ghost hunters. It's a trait I actually would prefer all the janitors had, so it's what I usually train them with. And it's simply because, not there isn't 100% guarantee that the janitor you're looking for is right next to where ghosts happen to spawn. So, it's kind of important that they're that they all have the ability to kind of save the hospital from ghosts. All right.
Why is it whenever you
Return 25 patients.
one of the
Earn 200k. Get hospital level 6.
keyboard feed on
We have to upgrade the hospital, I believe, to get it to level 6. We don't really have a reason to do that right now. I feel like we're also not really... Yeah, we don't really have enough people coming in right now to kind of necessitate, I believe is the word that I'm looking for. Necessitate a new area being built. We have 4 beds in here, and it seems like at no point have they really ever been full. There's of course always people sitting outside the nurse's office or the pharmacy, but it's not, not to be expected. Expenses have increased this month, but revenue is not as good as it was last month. Alright, I mean, at this point in the game, there isn't really too much to do, other than to kind of keep an eye on things. Ooh.
Patients with lightheadedness are arriving.
It could potentially... How many are we getting? Proccers, I think 7? 7's not too bad, but I don't love it. Let's build the second one. This will help out with the brief workload here, and we're going to make a good amount of money from this anyway, so I think it's worth it. Perfect. Alright. Get 'em more benches. Good you. See, now they're gonna begin to pile up a little bit. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. They're gonna be... Oh no, one of the lightheads people has a head crab. That's not good. But the good thing about this entire thing is that we're not gonna have a second doctor coming in to kind of help with the workload a little bit here. Which is desperately... Oh shit, 2 of them have head crabs. Oh no, this is a bad case of lightheadedness. We were just saying that apparently Scoop has the highest value from the harsh scrolls only. We should make it more like his. Shut up. Alright. These lightheaded procedures do take a while, which is why it's good to kind of, in this instance, to have 2. Ow! All right, where's my ah shit, he's in there. Mother flipper, this is bad. Oh, but we also need him to go in there. This is a bad combo. We have a ghost that's going to be on loose here in a second, and we have a machine that's out of order. Hopefully the ghosts can be left, or can just not be here for the time being when we're repairing the machine. It's not a good. This guy wants more money? Current salary, new salary. I'll give you $1,300 more. If you get to work. Bro, you're the only one who's ghost hunting here. And you're currently the only one repairing machine. I kind of need you to step up here.
Jumbo McNally, the great
4 of them have failed. Or 4 of them has been cured. 1 of them has failed. We have 2 more left.
minor upgrades at this week's Jumbo Expo. Buy your tickets now, and don't forget to bring
Yes. Cured 6 out of 7 patients. So I get a reward of 10 K, and 10K. Nice. That evens out. Alright, let's see. What can we get with this money? Money, money, money! Getting a machine is kind of stupid with that money. Yes, whatever that is. Hand sanitizer. Now that's some good stuff, but it'll also take a lot of our money. I think it's worth it. I definitely think it's worth it. It's a good thing to get some hand sanitizer going in the hospital. It should help eliminate our doctors or anyone really from spreading too much bad stuff around the hospital. So it's definitely a thing that we want. Just put it in every office. There it is. All right. It's very expensive. Kudos points wise. It took out the majority of our points, but I do believe this thing is going to be a very nice thing to have around the office. See, this doctor's already going in.
Plants need water.
What? Plants need water? This is news to me. This is news to me. This is breaking news. I don't know who came up with this. This has got to be fake news. Plant don't need water. They live just fountain Mountain Dew. Everyone knows this. Sure, they need liquid. They don't need water. Let's go and buy Mountain Dew every hour of the month. Yeah, go on and buy some Mountain Dew. Just gonna love that. Yeah, everyone knows all a plant needs for a good old life is a bit of Mountain Dew.
FBI, open up!
Sorry, what? The FBI does not like me putting Mountain Dew in my plants. I think they would change their opinion if I said it was actually Baja Blast Mountain Dew that they're getting. They're getting blasted with the Baja Blast. For the record, just in case you don't get this, I am not being serious. I am well aware of the fact that you need to water plants. Do not put Baja Blast or any kind of Mountain Dew in your... That is a reference to Idiocracy, I believe the movie's called. With Terry Crews as president, and they're watering their flowers, I believe with Mountain Dew. If you get Prime, they will probably die. If you simply put Prime in the same room as a plant, that plant will die, and it will not be able to be saved at all. It's done. Just in the same room. In fact, even in the same building. Any of your neighbors have Prime in their fridges? Done. None of you are getting plants at that point. It's out. It can sense the Prime, and it's like... Ugh. That's. I feel like that's an accurate way of describing what's going to happen.
This is Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio.
We're missing. Are we missing 2 nurses? I think we are. It's not good.
Just turn up that volume because nothing.
Hire staff is what I'm looking for. Nurses. Okay. Yeah. Don't do anything but ward. The other people can definitely help around, but you have a specialty in ward. We kind of need you there. Actually, you're pretty useful in the other places as well. Yeah. Cool. All right. We kind of just need to buy some more upgrades, I guess, for the hospital. We are increasingly going to buy more rooms, but get more better qualified staff. I feel like that last thing should definitely have jumped it a little bit. I guess not. Well, we don't really need anything. I feel like everything's running very smoothly. But I guess I'll buy another ward. Prime within 2-kilometer radius increases your chance of testicular torsion. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I don't want that even for my worst enemy, so... Ow! Okay, where's the bed? There they are. we'll try a little different structure in this one here. There you go. Big important thing they kind of need there. You'll also have 4% chance to get Ligma. Oh no! Not Ligma! Oh no, that's not good. Oh, wait, sorry, I did that wrong. What's Ligma? I'm sorry, I screwed that entire thing up. I'm so sorry. See, I would love if I can get a carbon. That would be amazing. It's my aircon unit. What? You know, with Ligma. All right, ask it to me. I'll set it. I'll set you up. I'll set you up. So I'll say you will. So just ask me what's Ligma. That's all you got to do. Lick my balls. That's a classic all around, and no matter what, no matter how you throw it together, that's always a classic. Your mom's gonna be proud of that one. It's got the mom. Who's Joe? Joe Mama. Oh my god, yes. These are such shitty, terrible jokes on every level. And I love that for them.
You know, I've been humming that.
Yeah, sorry, I know all of them. You can't spring this shit on me.
Oh, have I? Oh, well, more catchy music coming right up.
Yes! 2 stars, ladies and gentlemen. 2-star hospital. Cure 30 patients. Yes, sir. How many? Ooh, I got 200 kudos points. Yes! That's all I've ever wanted in my life. Invalid item for room. Damn it, I can't put a carpet in the bathroom. That sucks tremendously. That's all I've ever wanted in life. There you go. Cool down that room. Here's an interesting thing. I've always just sort of had this idea with the air conditioning, just put it in every single room you can. However, I have since found that's actually a bad idea, and that's not something you want at all. What you actually want is to kind of put it in one room, or put it once in a room, and then call it a day. Shit, someone just died. I heard it. Yeah, so put one in just about every room, and then call it a day. You don't need more. It'll cool down that room wonderfully. Alright, how many more? I got 125 points. It's pretty good. What more do we want? I don't know if there's anything like that I truly want. It's fine. We have another ghost guy. We have 2 ghost guys. Cave machines, but those are expensive. Expensive crate machine. That's really bad for us. Mono circus. Got some posters. Alright. Telephone. All calls will be recorded for our amusement. Yeah, sure. Give me one of those phones. Put them right up against the bathroom. You know, I have, I think, technically twice now, I've witnessed someone going to the bathroom to take a call. And both time, I've had this massive urge to just rip the loudest fart out there in the bathroom just for it to end up on their call. I want, every time I want to do that so badly. So badly. You have no idea. It's like it's a primal urge in me to just rip the loudest fart. I mean, it's their fault. They're going to a bathroom to take a call. So that's entirely on them.
Are getting worse every day.
If someone farts in the background, that's entirely on them.
Crumbling ceilings,
And you cannot convince me of anything else.
the queues down.
Perfect. But yeah, so I had the last company I work at, someone decided to take a call in the bathroom. It was a smaller bathroom, so so the odds of them hearing me would be pretty good, pretty good. But this time happened just the other day, and it was literally in the stall right next to mine in the office I work in. And the minute I heard that someone had decided to take a call in there, the urge just came to me out just so aggressively. The thing is, I'd already gone to the bathroom. I'd relieved myself of all my someone playing with magic? The fuck was that? I wanted to so badly, but I emptied my system, so that I was no good. I was all out of juice. But I wanted so badly just to rip the loudest fart. Because why on earth would you ever take a call in the bathroom? Please explain that to me. I beg of you, because it doesn't make sense to me. You know people are out there, you know, peeing, farting, and taking shits. So why on earth would you go there to take a phone call? And if you're like, oh, they just need a little bit of privacy, there are meeting rooms available that you can utilize. In fact, we have small individual meeting rooms you can go to as well if you want a room just for yourself. And if it's a cell service, that cell service is not better in the bathroom. It's about as good as they are in those individual or visual meeting rooms. And then there's the third alternative, which is just go outside. I promise you, who's ever on the other line can wait 5 seconds for you to take the elevator down, and they'll be probably more happy that they cannot hear the flow of someone pissing into the toilet in the next stall, or even better, ripping a loud fart. Just ripping a powerful one right next door, you know what I mean? And that's what I kind of mean here. It's kind of like, really? So that's my honest opinion. Do not ever go to the bathroom to take a telephone call. Because if I hear you, I will rip an enormous fart if I have it in my tank. Just letting you know, it's a bad idea. I would honestly, though, if I was on a call with someone who decided to take it from the bathroom,
Who doesn't like gardening?
I would think it would be the funniest thing to hear someone ripping a fart. Whether it was the person who I was taking the call with, or if they were simply in the bathroom taking a call, I think it would be the funniest thing ever. Oh, God, I can imagine that. Even better, being like in a serious like meeting, you have like the person that has their webcam off, and you just hear the loudest fart humanly possible coming from one of them, and you're like, hey Tony, you realize your mic is on, right? Oh my God, that's what I need one day. You know, just come in, this is a terrible day of work, everything's shit. That one call would cure that entire day, and it would be the highlight and the best thing in the world to truly witness. Really, really, nothing else would compare to it. By the way, so I've had a thought recently. I'm sort of these days. I'm kind of split on Cyberpunk. I want to go back and replay Cyberpunk. But every time I do so, I kind of feel like it doesn't really quite grab me the same way. I feel like I've kind of done what I need to do. And I truly believe the only thing that could pull me back into Cyberpunk for one last beautiful ride would honestly be to play it with like path tracing, which is it's partially why I feel like I'm extra excited for like the 50 series, because I'm curious to see what they got in store with that. And I so want to purchase like I don't know what's probably gonna be like a 5080, and like just run Cyberpunk with path tracing on, relive all those scenes again with path tracing on. Oh, and you know, I got a 1440p. I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like if I was to get a 90 series cars, I would get like a 4090 or a 4090 Ti, something like that. I feel like if I get a 4080 with like, or 5080 with like 12 gigabytes of RAM, I'm probably fine. Because the biggest issue that I currently have with my GPU is the VRAM in it. It's dog shit amount for what I want to do. And I feel like it's also why a lot of these days I just play with my PlayStation 5, because it has that VRAM, so I can get kind of what I want out of game and play it simple. But I don't know, because also on top of this, like I've a 40 what is it? You think so? That would be incredible. So I'm curious, how much does a 4090 cost, for example? Just to get an idea of where we are in a ballpark. Like, what's the ballpark we're talking about here? Because I feel like it's, and that's also why I kind of want to stick to like a 5080. Yeah. That's, but I'm like, right now I'm curious about the price, because I feel like that's going to be another part of this. Yeah. A 4090 Asus Strix is 17,000. Well, actually 16,300. It's that's bad. That is incredibly bad. Because some of these are like 17,500. How much is a 58 or 4080? I'm kind of hoping we're gonna stay in that. Oh, hello. Doctor of the Year, Nurse of the Year, Assistant of the Year, Patient's Choice Awards, Most Prestigious Hospital, and Employer of the Year. I can't say I have no deaths, because we absolutely have patients dying at this hospital. A 4080. So there's different cards. I'm looking right now at a 4080 Super. The 4080 Super from Asus is 10,600. And that's kind of why I'm thinking if I buy 50 series cars, it's going to be a 5080, something like that. Because I feel like that's going to stay in the ballpark of around 10,000, which is, don't get me wrong, still a shit ton of money. But it will power, I believe, Cyberpunk to an incredible degree. Because I believe if you want paths tracing now, even if you have like a 40, let's say a 4090 Ti, those are they have to be insanely expensive. You have to run with DLSS on, which is kind of fine in my opinion, because what I found is that the DLSS is actually pretty darn good at this point. If you have the right settings turned up, I don't remember what it's called, sharpness, I think it is. You can, like, it looks pretty much as good as I would expect it to be without DLSS on. Back in the day before the 2.0 update, I think I could definitely play without it. Yeah, but dude, you're forgetting the fact that I'm playing with a 10 gigabyte card. I got the early adopters 4080, which has a terrible VRAM amount. So I cannot play Cyberpunk even with the. I can potentially set it up to ultra performance, but with that turned on, I feel like the game really looks like shit. At minimum, I wanted to run in performance, and I truly believe. Not some of the newer ones. I know some of the newer ones have more. 3080. Let's see here. Pro Shop. Do they even still sell 3080s? I would be surprised by that. Oh shit, they do. But it's like, oh, it is 10 gigs. What the hell? I thought they had upgraded. I had like a weird earliest adopters that had like shit. Maybe it was just Asus that did like a 11 gig one? I don't remember. That is weird. I thought for certainty. Yeah. Because I remember it being an issue. And I remember seeing some other. Yeah, there's 3080s with 12 gigabytes. Yeah, you can get 3080s as well. You can get non-TIs with 12 gigabytes. 12 gigabytes. Yeah. But without, like... Without AMD's software, I cannot run the game with pad tracing on at all, basically. And I feel like with AMD's upscaling technology, it just looks like ass. Yeah, here. Gigabyte has a card with 12 gigabytes RAM. Oh, that's an Asus one. The Gigabyte Aurora is 12 gigabytes. Yeah, there's definitely some 3080s on the market with 12 gigabytes as well. 1 second you're saying we don't have enough nurses. We need a nurse in that room that's not available. The other second you're saying there's too many nurses. Pick a lane game. By the way, I'm like fairly certain at this point that I will not touch Cyberpunk again until I get the ability to properly run. And we're talking not just run the game by itself. I want to stream this for you guys. So I'll need a GPU that's powerful enough to handle the game running in path tracing on my monitor, which is a, technically speaking, ultra-wide. It's a 21 by 9 1440p monitor, which means it's 3440 by 1440? Something like that. In like pixel size. There's quite a lot of pixels to drive, and it's going to have to run with path tracing on, and like run OBS as well with that same GPU. That's going to be insane. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be possible for me until a 50 series card. And but I truly believe like getting a 5080 would mean that I would be able to run it without potentially having to run it on DLS performance, but run it on like balanced, or at least I truly believe I should be able to run it. Maybe not while streaming. Maybe I'll have to set it to performance then, but which is fine. But I feel like it should be able to run with this DLS settings to balanced. And path tracing on to 5080. I truly believe that has to be. Also because they're talking about putting insane amount of power in the 5080. If you've looked at some of the leaks, which is obviously taken with a grain of salt, as you always say, still feel like that boy should definitely be able to run some hefty Cyberpunk, and I'm excited to be able to run it with that. I am partially why I'm not really sure about potentially buying a 40 series is because I know in general there are issues with their connectors, and my hope is that the 50 series is going to fix this issue. I know it's been an issue specifically due to the cable connector, and from what I heard, a lot of the time it's people not connecting it properly, which is why I believe was it Corsair created a special design connector. It form wise was exactly the same, but it had some colors to indicate whether you had fully pressed the cable in or not. So that it should hopefully eliminate most GPUs from like going nuts. But yeah. Anyway, we are a little bit over 2 hours. We are very close to earning a 3 stars. I feel like the stream here is we're gonna end the stream here in a second once we reach 400,000. Yeah. Hey, Tricky Baby, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome. We are this close to 190. That's insane. And what I've said, the goal that I want to reach before December. Yeah. Good vibes. Hell yeah. Nothing but the best vibes. In fact, the currency of the channel, Tricky Baby, is vibes. Purely vibes. We love that. Welcome. How are you doing? Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. 3-star hospital. That is incredible. How you doing, man? Welcome. Thank you. You've caught us at a terrible time, I'm sorry to say. I have been live for 2 hours, which means for me I have to start shutting down, and this was kind of the big goal that I had, so it's a terrible time. Oh, that makes me happy to hear. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome. This is what I decided to play today. I've learned some tricks since I first started playing this. In fact, it was only a couple months ago that I really started discovering the... That's absolutely fair. I get that. No need to follow if you're not interested in coming back, I get that. Alright. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We've got the hospital to... you know what? Let's let the ward patients run out here as well. That's the last thing that's going on right now. We can sort of end on a perfect note there. We got the 3 stars. We got the ward patients going a little bit longer than usual. To be fair, we also spent a lot of time chatting about random things earlier. So, hey, yeah, you're using the old emotes, the classic. Hey, and Dia's got the sound bites. That's very hot. Oh, we love it here. Try to. Ooh. Those are the magical words I love to hear, Tricky Baby. Those are truly the most magnificent words you can tell me. I would love nothing more for you to return. I can already tell you, if you haven't looked at the Twitch schedule, or I believe also the panels below, I am going to be back next stream on Wednesday, 8 p.m. my time, so that's Central. Are we out at some time yet? I think we are. I actually don't know. Wait, no, I don't think we are. So I think still running in Central European summertime. Hold on, let me get myself back up here. Boom. And then get myself... There you go. Alright, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I will be back Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central European summertime. I believe we're still in summertime. Not quite sure. Something like that. And we'll be playing Assassin's Creed Revelations as we're getting through that game and heading towards Assassin's Creed 3, which is the last Assassin's game we're going to be playing at least for a little while. We might return later for some Valhalla. Who knows? It would be very nice. For now, things will run. You may want to peek what I have here on the shelf, by the way, Tricky Baby. It's a limited copy of... actually, they're probably selling Concord these days in a bargain bin somewhere because it's completely unplayable. But I like having it on my shelf now. It's an actual copy. Anyway, the best game ever. there's a reason I am still set myself under Discord as the number one Concord fan. All right. Anyway, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. Welcome, Tricky Baby, to the channel. That is a wonderful name. And I will be back on Wednesday, as I said, 8 p.m. my time, Central European Summer Time. You can also look at the Twitch schedule on the channel here. Should convert it into your guys' time zone. And then I'll see you there for some Assassin's Creed. I'll keep you posted on Friday. It's a little more uncertain than usual this Friday, so I guess we'll figure that out. You're always welcome, of course, to join our lovely Discord, where I will keep you guys posted the most if you're not watching the Twitch schedule, that is. All right, thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.